going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Longhorns' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Houston's offense will take the field first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Houston wants to play fast. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it, David. Every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you've got to know you've got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Zings it complete to the right. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Need. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. This time he's got his man, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Let's talk for a second about Houston. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Trying to barrel in. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown Cougars. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising... There he goes! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Completes it in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Now the play fake. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
After putting up a 3, kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Going right to work up top. It's complete on the right side. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Houston going up tempo. Caught near the sticks. It's Armour. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. One final play before the end of the quarter.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back.
Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Houston wants to play fast. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle, it's Wood. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
They'll test the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. Powers through. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Houston going up tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Making side adjustments here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the 1st half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That run. All probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Oh, he got loose. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. He now has 53 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. He's got an open man. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes it past the marker. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got a man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Takes a hit as he fires. He's got his man, makes the grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Makes the grab. It's Armour. Nice move. Creates some space. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Houston wants to play fast.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. It's a fumble.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He would not be denied.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Might as well give it to him again. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. The give to the single back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Houston. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. And this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Oklahoma. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on... Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Hauls it in. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tap.
Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Takes the easy completion. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're working that left side, and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game.
There he goes! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That gives him 100 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Fakes to grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field, and you see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Here's a heat. Still on his feet. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board.